Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. I am so freaking tired. I don't be coming home till like fucking 11:30, 12 sometimes. So I'm really surprised I'm even up and making this video right now. But anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I did have a story time to tell you guys before I freaking forget. I have like the worst memory. And I wanted to tell the story time before it just kind of escaped my memory. So this is not going to be a super long story time. It's going to be a smaller or shorter story time because it's not super in depth or anything like that. But if y'all live in Atlanta, this is a warning to you guys or whoever, because niggas is out here. They out here. The other day on my day off, I'm thinking, oh, I kind of want some Jamaican food. Like, ooh, I'm feeling a little irie, you know? Let me go get some Jamaican food, whatever. And the only time I ever have Jamaican food is when my mom cooks it or when I cook it. And I just did not feel like cooking that night. So I was thinking, okay, let me just go get some food. So, you know, I'm GPSing where I want to go. And I found this little Jamaican spot on Edgewood in Atlanta, right? So I'm like, cool. It's called the Original Jamaican Restaurant. Very awesome. Let's go ahead and go. So I'm freaking on my way there. And I realize I'm kind of driving in the hood. I'm just like, okay. I mean, if it's in the hood, it must mean that it's gonna be really good food, right? So I'm driving, and I pull up to it, and it's not really parking lot for it or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna park right here. If I get booted, I get booted. That's kind of like my philosophy in life. Like if it happens, it happens. So as soon as I'm pulling up into like this little fake ass parking spot, this homeless guy like is kind of like trailing my car. So he's like on the side of my car, on the passenger side, like hitting the window and just like, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Like as if he works for the restaurant, right? So me no fear no man. I'm just like, you know, I've dealt with the homeless people before, you know. This is a little different where he's knocking on the side of my window, but I think I'll be fine. I'm just like, hey, and I'm trying to ignore him pretty much. I just didn't want any issues. So I'm trying to ignore him. So I park my car, get my stuff together, make sure there's nothing just sitting around in my car so someone can break into it. This crazy homeless man maybe, and make sure everything's straight. So I come out the car and I walk. I'm walking to go into the restaurant, which is literally 10 paces in front of me. He comes around from the other side of the car and comes right in front of me, and he's like, hey, you gonna get something to eat? And I'm just like, well, I am trying to walk into the restaurant, sir. And he's like, yo, like, hey, like he's just trying to talk me up and just like, hey, how's your day going? Well, can you get me something to eat too? I'm just so hungry, you know. I don't even know when was the last time I ate. And I'm just like thinking in my head like, ugh, I just came here to buy me some food. I didn't want to like freaking like spend all this money. Like, oh. But at the same time, I can't deny someone a meal. I can't tell someone, no, you cannot eat. Like, that would break my heart. So I'm just like, I can't do that. So I'm like, fine, I can get you something to eat. In my head, I'm thinking, I could just get him a beef patty. That's fine. I could get him a beef patty. That's $2. He gonna make it till dinner. He gonna make it till sunrise. Like, that's gonna put some food in his belly. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, all right, cool. I was like, fine, I'll get you something. He's like, all right, cool. We can go ahead and get some food, yeah. And I'm just thinking, okay, cool. So usually, you know, the person chill out and will wait outside while the person go get them some food, right? I walk and he's walking right next to me. Like we're best buddies, and he's trying to like, just like be all up on me while we go into the restaurant. So I'm just like, oh my God. What the hell is this man doing trying to be next to me and shit? Like, I'm not saying I'm above nobody, but he did smell off, and he was just kind of like, he just kept talking a lot, and I'm just like a really quiet person, especially on the street, and I don't talk very much, and I'm just like, and he's trying to be up on me, and I'm just like, yeah, So we go into the restaurant, right? And there's some people in there, there's some ladies in there, and I'm kind of just trying to brush him off. Like I'm trying to just let him leave me alone. And I go up to the cashier to make my order or whatever. He's talking to these ladies. They basically left because they were tired of him coming up to them or whatever. And he sees me at the cash register. He runs up to the cash register and he's like, what you gonna get me? What you gonna get me? And I was like, I don't know, what you want? Maybe that's my mistake number one. That's probably not my mistake number one. That's probably my mistake number fucking 14, bro. Ugh. So he's like, what are you gonna get me, whatever? And I'm like, what do you want? And he was like, I want the Philly cheesesteak with all the stuff on it. I want fries, I want this, I want that. And I was like, slow your roll, you're not getting all of that. You're not getting all that, but I will get your Philly cheesesteak. And he was like, okay, cool. So the cashier, she looked bored as fuck. And she's just like, kind of just there like, so you want a Philly cheesesteak? It's just weird because I'm at a Jamaican restaurant. Why the fuck are y'all selling Philly cheesesteaks anyway? I ordered a veggie plate, which is basically just rice and cabbage. And it was actually decent, it was alright. Like, it wasn't even worth me driving all the way over there just to get harassed and all that shit. While we're waiting for our food, I pay for it and everything, the homeless man is all up in my fucking grill. He's all up on me. He's just like, man, thank you so much for this food. How old are you? You remind me of my daughter, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I've noticed something as I've been working in customer service. People who have no teeth tend to spit a lot. And I've just been getting spit on all year. I don't know if y'all noticed this. I don't know if y'all seen this vein pop out, but I'm kind of tired of it. My voice kind of got raised a little bit, but I'm over it. I'm tired of it. I don't want to be spit on anymore. For real. Seriously. But yeah, he had no like front teeth right in this region. Just no teeth there. Which I'm assuming because you're homeless you can't brush your teeth, so that's to be expected. But he just was talking so much. Spit was flying everywhere. I felt like Neo in the Matrix trying to like dodge it all, but like still listen to him when he was talking to me. So I'm just like, yep, At the same time, I was realizing like I shouldn't have to deal with this. Like, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to be tolerating this at all. So I pull out my phone, right? I'm thinking, should I call my boo and tell him to come rescue me? Probably not. He's gonna take too long. You know what? What's the best I can do right now? I was just getting so upset and I was starting to think like I wouldn't even be in this situation if I didn't even come to this restaurant. So I started thinking, it's the restaurant's fault. Like, why did the restaurant let him in? Why is this guy lingering around the restaurant? And why is this cashier not saying anything? Because this guy is all up on me. Like, to the point where we rub shoulders a couple of times, whatever. So I take my phone out and I'm starting to write a Yelp review. Thinking, I'm getting this restaurant back. I'm getting these motherfuckers back, and I'm writing a bad Yelp review. I'm writing a bad Google review because this, I can't tolerate this. Like, nope. So I'm just like fingers of fury on my phone, just hoping he'll get the message. I'm on my phone, leave me alone. I'm just writing a super long ass review on this damn restaurant because I feel like it's because of the restaurant I'm being like harassed by this homeless guy. And the fact that they didn't even say, okay, wait outside, whatever, like chill out, stop running our customers out, which he did, to the point where it was just me and the homeless guy left in there. Where we came in there was like at least like 5 other people, and he ran everybody else out because he was like all up on them. He's spitting. Like, people don't want that, you know? And the cashier just sitting there looking bored, like she give a fuck. So I'm just like getting annoyed. He's all up on me. He's talking to the cashier, but the cashier seemed like she's dealt with him a zillion times before. So she was just pretty much ignoring him the most of the time. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? So then this young kid comes, and he's much taller than me. He's a guy, whatever, and he has dreads and shit. And he doesn't even mess with him. He's just like, hey, you know, what's up, man? This and that, blah, blah, blah. He didn't ask him for no food. He didn't ask him for nothing. He didn't really harass him like that. He just asked him to dap him up, and the kid dapped him up, whatever. But he kind of just had this look on his face, like, if you fuck with me, I will literally punch you in your face, nigga. Like, he just looked like that, whatever. While I'm over here looking like damsel in this fucking stress. I'm sorry for cursing so much, but I was getting so mad. But I'm just looking like, help me. Somebody help me. Like, maybe I should help myself, but I'm scared of homeless people. Like, I'll tell y'all straight up, I am scared of homeless people. I have grown up seeing some crazy shit that homeless people do, because like most of the time homeless people don't have nothing else to live for, just to live and just live out their days, you know what I'm saying? Especially growing up in Jamaica, I've I've seen homeless men, like if they ask you for something and you ignore them, or you look at them like kind of with like sadness in your eyes, they will get up and chase you. And in worse situations, they will get up and chase you. Mind you, they probably fast as fuck, and they will grab you, lay you out on the floor, open your mouth and spit in it. That's what I'm used to hearing all the time. And then in growing up in New York, it's a different homeless person situation. It's just like so much homeless people stuff I've heard of, I've seen. Homeless people are like really, like in my eyes, they're kind of like dangerous, but at the same time I feel bad for them and I try to help them out. But yeah, that's what I've experienced in my life. So I'm genuinely scared of homeless people, you guys. Like, this guy's just going crazy. He's like touching everything. He's talking to everybody, ran everybody out. So I'm the only person left in there. He's all up on me. He's trying to be in my conversation on my phone with Yelp. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is too much. So the food finally get ready, right? I didn't even finish my Yelp review, but the food finally get ready for me. His food not finished yet. And what happened? She's like, your food is ready. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, you know what? Just give him his food when it's ready, please. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm leaving peace, you know, because you're not helping this guy stay off of me. I don't want no man up on me like that, you know. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure. Give him his food when it's ready. And I grab my food and I'm starting to like turn around to go to the door and fucking bolt. I'm trying to run to my car, bro. So he stops me, he grabs me as he sees me turning, and he's like, yo, thank you little mama so much for this food. Like, oh my gosh, you really like blessed me today. Like, thank you. And I'm just like, you're welcome, you're welcome. So he comes in for a hug and I'm just like, pound it, you know, just give me a pound. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. And he gives me like a pound, whatever. So then he's like, yeah, thank you so much. And he comes in for a hug again. So this time he comes closer to the point where I had to put my fingers, like the 2 fingers on his chest, like right in the rib cage. I'm just like, nope, I'm good. Pound it. You know, like I'm not even trying to I'm not trying to embrace you. So he was like, stop playing, girl, stop playing. And then he grabs my waist. That's when alarms start triggering in my fucking head. So he grabs my waist and pulls me to him. For a homeless guy that doesn't eat often, he's really fucking strong. So at this point, both of my hands are on his chest, pushing me off. The food, I dropped the food long time ago. The food dropped and I have both my hands open and on his chest, pushing him off me. And it's just like a struggle. Like it's like a 5-second struggle. Like me pushing him off me and him pulling me towards him. To the point like where I kind of like, his hands are on my waist, like grips on your fucking waist, bro. Like grips on your waist, front way, back, like that, bro. But except for it's not Drake. It's this crazy homeless man named Kinfolk. Anyways, so I'm like, I kind of accidentally like let out a like kind of like that, because that's just the type of person I am. Like I just scream a lot, and to the point like where I had to look to the cashier for some help. She's still sitting there looking bored, but her eyes are a little bit more open, like, ooh, this is getting a little juicy. And I'm just like, I just look at her and I said, help me. I literally told her that. I was like, help me. And then she finally like was like, Kinfolk, get off her, Kinfolk. She had the worst fake Jamaican accent. That's why I sounded like that. She's like, get off her, Kinfolk. That's what she sounded like. And he finally got off me and was like, hey man, I was trying to give you a hug, man. I was trying to give you a hug. And I was like, no, don't do that. And then I turned to the cashier and I said, what the fuck? Why didn't you say something earlier? That's what I said. And then she kind of just looked like, and then at that point, I'm already screaming. My voice is really loud. And the cook from the back comes to see what's going on. And at that point, the food dropped on the floor. Kinfolk just kind of backed up and he's just like making noise, just talking just to talk. And I just stormed right out of the door. I just left. I was so livid. I just felt so gross. The fact that a man tried to put his hands on me, tried to embrace me, tried to like do something I didn't want him to do. And on top of that, it was a very foul smelling man. It was it just grossed me out. And as I'm like pretty much walking to the car, I'm like, I guess it was like such a weird ass parking lot that I almost got fucking hit by a car, which is surprisingly the kid that kind of looked like don't fuck with me or I'll punch you in your face. It was his mom driving the car, some Mercedes Benz or whatever, and he just kind of looked at me and was like, and I was just like so mad, and that's when I just started crying and I went in my car, and then I just like pulled out and I just drove up the street and I called the police, and I was like, what the fuck, I'm so pissed off right now. This homeless man tried to attack me, he tried to embrace me, he tried to touch my pom pom, like he tried to do something to me. I was not with that shit. Y'all need to find this restaurant, because this restaurant just pretty much let it happen. And I just like told the police everything, and he was like, okay, so what do you want us to do? I was like, I don't really know, but you need to find him. Honestly, him being in jail probably would be better. At least he'll get meals and like a place to sleep and other people to be around that actually wouldn't care if you were homeless or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that was pretty much my experience. I was like, what the fuck? I called the police. They was like, okay, well, you want to stay there and wait for the police to come or what? And I was like, I'm not fucking going back there. I'm not gonna, what? Why would I go back there and wait for the police to come so the man could continue to harass me and touch me and shit? Like, what? That sounds so stupid. And then I realized I'm in a fucking hood. Like, they're not gonna send no goddamn police out here. Like, it was just one of those days where I was like, why did I even leave the house today? It was kind of like that time where I went to the nail shop and I was like, I literally could have stayed home for this. Like, I didn't have to go out into the world and deal with this at all. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I was so mad. Oh, you have no idea how mad I was. Just the fact that somebody could touch me, just the fact that my other like black people were there and nobody stood up for me, no one said anything for me. Like, even if you're another woman, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I saw a woman or anybody being mistreated or clearly in a situation that I did not want to be in, I will do everything as my, like, I would do anything to help you out. I will be like, hey girl, like, remember me? Like, let's go over here. Like, or like, hey Susie, remember me from the other day? Like, hey girl, I think you were waiting on me, let's go. Like, I will do whatever I can do to help anybody out. And that's just not black people, but that's just like anybody. If I see, especially a woman, I see them in like danger, which I was in, I will step in and say something. Even if it's versus a man or something, I'll say something, always. And I was just so disappointed in, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was just disappointed in black people that day because everyone saw me being harassed by this man. No one said anything. Everybody just let him harass me and touch me. So I was just like, wow, y'all keep disappointing me when I fucking ride for y'all all goddamn day. And y'all just let this shit happen to me. Of course, I should be able to defend myself a little bit more. Maybe I should walk around with a gun or a mace or something, you know? But I don't know. But yeah, that's my story. It really, man, I couldn't have made this story time any sooner because I was really upset for a while. And I was even more upset after I told Bae, and he was just like, I'm not even gonna tell you what happened. It just was bad.